Okay, here we are with Facebook 2. I went over causes and how an activity for motivating students to get involved. Let's look at some of the features that we commonly use in classroom presentations. If a student already is using Facebook, they are probably going to their profile. At the profile, you have a list of potential features that they can share with the class. First of all, there's always the profile picture. They explain why they chose that to represent themselves. You've got info, photos, and then various applications that they like. Each of these is a sort of show and tell opportunity for the student to express themselves. Again, we're looking for mistakes in grammar and vocabulary use. And it's an engaging way because if we've got internet in the classroom, we're getting the students to really go for it. Now, what you hear in the background there, see all these tapes? That's my old system. How do you share with people your videos? Well, in some classes, I have to go and give them a DVD. But here, I can go to video, and here are some videos that I made for the students. I can go to collections of photos. We can look at, these are photos of Steve, that's nice, but if you go further down, here are Steve's albums. Here's a student that volunteers at a local museum, and I went over, shot her, so that students would be able to see, this is what you do with your free time. Livia, my bravest student, she just walked over there, said, I'd like to volunteer, my English is not good, but I want to practice. What a wonderful opportunity for her. And I wanted to show other students, this is what she's doing. We talked about it in class, but now I have a photo that I put up and share with my students. And I can email this photo. That's what the email. Another way to get the students involved is you can click on share and send it to the group of students that I have. The fact that this is Web 2.0, the students can write comments about the photo. Those comments come back to me because they've commented on a photo I did. I can now check their grammar. I can ask the student, hey, that was a great sentence you wrote about Livia. Could you write something more about your aspirations, what you're going to do to practice with English? All of these skill building opportunities come up with Facebook because it's such a vibrant facility. There's just so many interesting ways that we can use these materials. Let's go back to the profile. What this video is showing you is how to use the profile. When you go into info under a person's name, this is mine I'm showing you, but anyone that you're friends with, that you've made a connection with, you can go in and look at their info. You're not locked out of doing email. You can go down and there's the email address. So if I need to email somebody, for some reason they're not using their Facebook, they're not replying, I can, or if there's a student that doesn't like Facebook, I can still network that student who doesn't like Facebook with students who are on Facebook. I said, look, Livia, why don't you write to one of the new students? And I can find her email address. Down here, these are groups. These are all the groups that I've joined. I've created some of these groups too, and I can go in and then click on one and say, okay, here's the group for our school. It says, welcome to our school. Has a nice picture of the area. And here are some steps you can take as a new student. I mean, this is just sitting there, very active, something that is like an index to a website. I've given them something that as soon as they come into the school, there are websites that they can visit for additional grammar practice. Our school system has a register for new students where they can come to get all sorts of new grammar practice games and activities. And that's all here. First thing, I get them to sign up. I send them an invitation to this group, and they're in. It's more engaging than just a simple, well, here's my website, you can come over to my website, and here's a list of grammar links that you can go on. This is part of Facebook. It's got the frame of the Facebook. And so it has the fun that they associate with Facebook. They can always leave this and then come back to it. So going back to profile, clicking on profile again, we can also see that in addition to photos and videos, there are applications. That will be the next section, Facebook 3, that I talk about.